Well, the much publicized Thalaivar173 Rajinikanth's 173rd film made for Raj Kamal Film Internationals, with Kamal producing a very prestigious project. Well, there was a lot of so-called evil eye, jealousy, green-eyed monster, and drishti, as they say, on this team, because SundarC is considered to be a 90s director who's now surviving on small-scale comedy and item dance type films. So probably there are a lot of people whose heart or stomach was burning looking at the luck that SundarC got. And of course, there's also the anger of Lokesh because he unfollowed Rajini and Kamal. Lokesh might have been burning with anger, but see, to be honest, Lokesh was doing a lot of, how to say, non-ideal type of work from the time of Leo itself under Vijay. All right, unlike consistent hard workers like S.S. Rajamouli, and just like how Shankar and Mani, but they came down at least after 20-30 years at the top. They become more lethargic and less, how to say, meticulous about their work. Maybe they give too much power to assistant directors. But Loki is getting this kind of attitude so early in his career. So I think everybody agreed that for the kind of time, money, star team that Lokesh had, the output in Kohli was very, very average. So there's no excuse for that. Or is it Kamal that is the cause? Kamal has been known for many, many years for interfering with director's work unless he fully trusts the director and they're in the same wavelength. Even during Devar Magan, the director from Malayalam film industry, I think his name is Bharathan. He's actually a very good director, but he walked away from the project of Devar Magan, right? So Kamal can be strong-headed, and that's why many of his films, people say he ghost directed. People like Santana Bharati and certain directors that he was like very close with used to helm some of his projects. Even Aburo Sagodaragal, if I'm not mistaken, was directed by Sangeeta Srinivasa Rao, who's again is, you can say Kamal ghost directed it also, because they are like very, very, how to say, bending for Kamal. And SundarC is known to be somebody who's very, very accommodating for heroes, even mercurial emotion heroes like Karthik, who can be, he can come to set as he likes, but SundarC managed to complete a project with him. So for somebody as flexible as SundarC, somebody who finished project within budget, is able to make movies quickly, who's so experienced, for him to get to an emotional crisis point to announce officially that he's going away from the project, that is very shocking. Did somebody give, who could have given him such a big pressure? That is the question mark now. So that's why I put the word Anbe Sivam2. Did Kamal try to bring his intellectualism into the project and tell SundarC to make something like Anbe Sivam2? As SundarC said, not that he's not proud of Anbe Sivam. It's such a legacy film for him. However, that film flopped badly at the box office, and he said up to 8 months he did not have a job after that. So probably if Kamal was trying to come up with all these so-called intellectualized script and all that, SundarC would have balked at the idea, and he would have said that no thank you, put his hands together and say I walk away from this project because I am a commercial director and I want to keep making movies, so I better make simple commercial movies that can give me income for the next few years rather than finishing off my career with you two guys, right? So the first question is whether Kamal's involvement is too heavy, or not. However, to mitigate that, we did see films like Amaran recently, which became a hit, and some other RKFI productions where they didn't interfere much. They did very good marketing and support, and even in my previous video, if you saw, you saw how I praised RKFI for giving good marketing for the film, for that launch event and so on. So I think Kamal is mature enough to especially with Rajini being there, because Kamal knows very clearly Rajini is not a person who's into all these excessive intellectualization and all, and Rajini is a very charitable person. That is why he agreed to do this project to help out RKFI Productions after the huge debacle of Thug Life. Next question is it politics? Politics to me is a strong possible reason because, as I said, Rajini, Kamal, two big titans of the industry, have come together with SundarC. So who could be more powerful than them to break up this team? Especially, we are sure that they would have gone through enough analysis, discussions before announcing a project. These are all not newbies in the industry. They are very, very senior people. Of course, they would have enough confidence in the script before making an announcement. it seems less likely that they have a half-boiled script, just a one-liner and went with that. I'm sure there's something a bit more concrete at least, or even if there's a problem that could have been solved without coming to the public, right? Either they should not have announced, they should have dropped SundarC before announcing it, or after announcing it, if things are not working so well, they could have found other means of doing it. Bring in a new, if the story is not satisfactory, bring in a different writer, bring in a different script. I think SundarC will be quite flexible. I think if they, for example, buy a story from Telugu or whatever Malayalam film or whatever it is, right? So if something more powerful than Rajini and Kamal, can only be a politician. So the rumor, this is just a rumor, is that because Kushbu is a strong BJP supporter and Kamal is now under DMK's wings, so some political nudging happened, pressure happened that caused Kamal not being able to continue with the director whose family is supporting the prime enemy. But to counter that argument is the fact that in Tamil Nadu, they've always business is business, politics is politics. So even people who opposite camps in politics can work together in films. This has happened before. So politics is to me a strong one of the higher up reasons there. And maybe SundarC's strategy of bringing it out in the public is a way to get, because maybe he knows that Rajini, that's why if you see in the letter he never blames Rajini and Kamal. He knows Rajini and Kamal into it, so there are forces higher up who are trying to break it. So maybe it's Kushbu and SundarC's strategy to bring this out in the public, and now the politicians will be in the backpedaling already, because now their names are getting spoken in the media. So that's one possible theory. And another strong theory, what could be stronger than Rajini, Kamal, and even politics, is money, guys, money, finance, right? Because the amount of money people are willing to pump in, it depends on the hype. For example, when Indian happened with Rajini and Shankar, even that had some problem initially, because the initial producer Iyengaran had difficulty with the finance and had to pass over to Sun TV. So money is a very important thing. So Rajini is okay, he's got certain market value, but after the Cooley's underperformance, Lal Salam and so on, so he's not as in his peak like Jailer was, right? So money is very strong factor. That's why when Kamal came off success of Vikram and Maniratnam came off success of PS1, Thug Life had so much expectation, market expectation, right? So just like that. So for them to get the finances, they might need a star director, so that the producers the finances are excited just as the public are. Right, so maybe like somebody like Prasant Neel or some of the like pan-Indian directors, right, if they had come in, or even if like a Telugu director have come in, maybe the finances would have been more easy to acquire, right? So SundarC, maybe still a lot of finances feel that he's like a outdated director who makes small budget films. So if the finances are not coming in again, this whole project was supposed to be to according to rumors, to bail out Raj Kamal Film International. So if that is the actual case, then financing not being forthcoming can be a deal breaker, because nobody can do anything in that situation, right? But again, maybe SundarC's strategy is good, because now that it's out in the open, Rajini might feel a bit he has to save his own face, because it's his project as well, and Rajini projects getting dropped like that is very rare. Kamal is very used to Kamal. Every other project gets dropped, right? Like Kamal are not so many projects that were dropped or they were postponed indefinitely. So like projects like Thalaivar173 and then he was supposed to do another, he did it's a few days of shooting with this film called, I forgot the name of the film, but it's Brahmanandam, the Telugu comedian. You see him come riding a scooter with a paunchy middle-aged guy kind of flick. I forgot the name, but again that also dropped. So Kamal's film get dropped left, right and center, but Rajini is very rare. So I think Rajini also might step in to salvage this. Still in early phase, this might still get salvaged. What do you guys think? You want another director, or SundarC will be good? Thank you. Bye.